Let me catch my breath. Hi friends, welcome back to the Chemically Imbalanced Black Girl podcast, aka the best FaceTime call with the best local black girl. I don't know why, y'all, I was so nervous to record today's episode. Like, even now, my heart is just beating so fast because this is the 49th episode. So you guys know what that means. The 50th episode is next, and it's just been beating me the fuck up with that episode. And I'm so excited, and I'm so scared, and I'm so nervous, and I'm so anxious about that episode. That has just been taking over my entire brain. But I'll talk more about that at the end of the episode. I plan on this being a super short episode, so we'll see how that goes. I have my little book of topics with me. But, enough about me. How are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? How's everything going with you? Your dog okay? Your mom's good? What did kids eat this morning for breakfast? What you eat this morning for breakfast? Matter of fact, y'all know we don't be eating. I don't know what's wrong with us. The other day, let me tell y'all something. The other day, what I eat the other day, and it was the only thing I ate all day. And it was like 9 p.m. that I realized that was the only thing I ate. What was it? I don't even know. I think it was like a roll or something, like a Hawaiian roll. And that was the only thing I ate all day. And I was like, oh, shit. No wonder the inside of my stomach is eating itself. Like, I'm starving. So, go ahead, get an apple. Get you a little bowl of cereal. Hey, if y'all ever smoke weed, if there's any weed smokers, prior or right now, have y'all ever had a 2 a.m. bowl of cold and crunchy Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Yo! A 2 a.m. bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch when you're high as fuck? Wow. Memories, right? That's crazy. If you have never experienced that, I don't know what to tell you. But I can say that experience is very equivalent to, like, being drunk as fuck in the car eating, drive-through food. Y'all ever been to Cookout? Do they got Cookout in Florida? Anyway, y'all ever been drunk as fuck one night out with the friends and you go home and you pull over to Cookout or whatever, or Wendy's or Taco Bell, and you lean that fucking seat back and you start eating with your eyes closed? Boy, that's the exact equivalent of a 2 a.m. bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch when you high as fuck. Those two are... So if you experience one but not the other, you're good. You're not... You got it. You get the euphoric experience and you're good. But all right, guys, let's get right into these topics. Like I said, this is going to be a super short episode. The end is going to be the longest because, oh my God, that's a fucking eagle. Where am I? Sorry, like I was saying, the end of this episode is going to be the longest part because I just have a lot of stuff that I want to tell you guys. Some stuff about new merch that I want to put out, and when exactly the 50th episode is going to come out. Because I kind of already filmed it and kind of not. So, okay, guys, let's just get right into it. So I only have an existential crisis thought for you guys and an Am I the Asshole? The Am I the Asshole is from me personally. And I thought that was pretty cool because I think I've only done that once before. And also I couldn't find any good ones on Reddit. And now that I listen to hella podcasts, because remember when I told y'all when I first started this podcast, I only listened to one. Now I'm a podcast connoisseur. How the fuck did that happen? I don't know. But now that I do listen to a lot of podcasts, the Am I the Assholes that I see on Reddit, I've already heard because I've just watched 6 different podcasts and 2 of them said it. You know what I'm saying? So it gets real competitive in that Am I the Asshole world. But before I give y'all those 2 things, I need to tell y'all a dream that I had like 3 days ago. And it was one of those dreams that as soon as I woke up, I started typing it in my notes because I was like, I cannot forget this weird ass dream. So let me tell you, I have it right here in my little book. So I basically had this dream that I was a bumblebee, right? And I'm flying. I'm like a little fat, hairy, black and yellow bumblebee. I'm flying around, enjoying a warm summer's day, right? Then, all of a sudden, a human stands up and lights a match in the air, right? So the flick from the match, the little spark, flies onto my little bumblebee back and tears my fucking back up, right? My little bumblebee back is just on fire. No more wings. So I fall to the grass. So when I fall to the grass, it's like not grass. It like turns into like a jazzy hookah lounge. So I'm like, okay. I mean, it's obviously still grass, but like in the grass was like a hookah lounge. There's chairs and shit. And the craziest thing about it, there were ants everywhere. There were ants working, ants drinking, ants dancing, ants smoking hookah. Like I was the only other bug in this fucking hookah lounge. So it was just like ants everywhere having the time of their life. And I was like, wow, this is something. So I'm just like sitting down, observing, looking at everybody or every ant, I guess, as I would do if I was me. I'm a people watcher. All of a sudden, y'all, it just goes pitch black in this bitch, and all of the ants start losing their fucking minds. Now every ant is trying to find a way to get out of this hookah lounge, but you can't see because it's literally pitch black, and you have no like depth perception because of all the smoke from the hookah. So everybody is like like blood curdling screams. And everybody is just running into each other. I'm getting shoulder checked and niggas is jumping over me, crawling over me, I guess. And I can hear like hands sliding on the walls, and they're like patting the walls, looking for a way out, like looking for a way out of this fucking hookah lounge. Girl, why all of a sudden this loud ass shaky, it's like somebody was terrified, but it was loud as fuck. Somebody just screams, "There's no door!" And I just wake up. Bro, when I tell y'all I woke up scared as fuck, what you mean there's no door? How the fuck we get in here and how we get out? Y'all, I was so scared. And I don't know if you specifically listen to this podcast religiously, but if you go down a couple episodes, I think I've named the episode Don't Sleep with the Time Traveler's Wife or something like that. Y'all, I don't know what the fuck is going on with my psyche, but every time I have a nightmare like that, I always end up in pitch black. And there's always like somebody who says like something weird as fuck. The last time it was like it was like pitch black and somebody was going like, but it got louder and louder until I woke up. And pitch black. Tell me that's not scary as shit. And I'm not scared of bugs or anything, so I don't know what my like psyche was trying to do to me in this one. I'm not scared of bugs at all. So y'all, I don't know what the fuck was going on. If you guys are like lucid dreamers or like professional, like, you know what I'm saying? You know how some people think that dreams are like they're like little messages. Girl, tell me what the fuck that message was, because I woke up shaking in my boots. I was like, there's no door. Like, that's the only thing that I was worried about. Like, what do you mean there's no door? What does that mean? And why did you sound like that when you said it? And what the fuck was the pitch black option for? Like, ooh, girl, I was terrified. But that dream literally meant nothing. I just had to tell y'all because it scared me. Watch, I'm going to post that clip on YouTube and somebody's going to be like, yeah, you got 3 days left, bitch. Every time I post a clip on YouTube, I don't know why. Some people think that Instagram comments are like the worst place in the world. I promise y'all it's YouTube. Sometimes, I don't know, y'all. Sometimes I be thinking it'd be like mass murderers in the comments on YouTube, man. I don't know. I feel like Instagram and Twitter is like bully comment section. TikTok is like who's trying to be the funniest. And YouTube is just like, these are where actual like killers come into the comments and just say the most outlandish shit. Like sometimes I'll be reading YouTube comments. Some of them not even mine. Some of them just random YouTube comments. And I'm like, I know for a fact somebody get that nigga IP address because he got bodies in his shit. I know he does. But all right, guys, let's move on to the existential crisis thought. Existential crisis thought. Existential crisis thought. So today's existential crisis thought is actually something that I think about frequently. Actually, especially now that I'm doing this podcast and I have to give some type of content, right? So I always think like once I'm all healed and like I have no more, childhood trauma and I'm not depressed and I'm not anxious and I'm not all of these things that I have, what's going to be my thing? And I'm not saying that as like my like unfortunate ass mental health is a badge of honor or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like a lot of what I do and how I react and respond to certain things are like a clear representation of the fact that I'm a little fucked up, right? And so in knowing that, I've like handcrafted and built up 25 years worth of defense mechanisms and personality traits that like all perfectly fit together, making me this kind of like enjoyable but standoff type of person, right? So hypothetically speaking, if one day my brain just decided to realign itself correctly and I'm no longer like constantly burdened by the simple thought of being alive, who the fuck would I be? And what the fuck would I talk about? You know what I'm saying? Literally every other sentence out my mouth these days are, I never asked to be here. Like every other, thing that I say is an exact representation of, you can tell that I've been through some shit, or you can tell that I'm traumatized, or, you know what I'm saying? That a bitch didn't really ask to be here. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't ever think that trauma can ever go away, or like PTSD and anxiety and depression can ever go away. I just think you can hide it a little bit more, or you can get it medicated to the point where it's, it doesn't show up as often. I don't think it can ever go away because it's, a part of you. It's not, it's not like a scar or anything. I mean, I guess it is. Anyway, Lord, I just think that's a fun thought, because it's just like all of the things that most people would consider bad, or even, I consider bad. Those are the things that like made me who I am, right? So what I'm trying to say is because of all the things that I went through, it's made me who I am today. And I think that people like me, they like this. So if it was to all change, how would I change? You know what I'm saying? Like, would I not make any self-deprecating jokes anymore? Would I be this serious ass bitch? Would I not know how to understand people's, pain and point of views and stuff like that? Like, how much would Zaria change if Zaria was no longer like a fucked up individual? And even a deeper question than that, who would I be if I never was? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I never had any problems, you know what I'm trying to say. I just think that's a fun little thought, I was racking my brain thinking about that one lonely Sonder night. Do y'all ever think about that? Y'all gonna be like, Zaria, no, what the fuck are you talking about? But like, listen, even if you haven't been through anything super traumatic, or even if you don't have like depression or anxiety or PTSD or shit like that, you could just be fine. Think about you if you did, though. Who the fuck would you be? Like, what type of person would you be? You ever, that's a crazy thought. Do that for me today. Think about who you would be if you had the exact opposite personality and brain setup. That's a fun little thought for you. Enjoy that. But all right, guys, let's get into the last thing. I'm going to try to aim for a very short, like 20-minute episode. So let's see. We're going to get right into the Am I the Asshole? Like I said, this one is from me personally, because this happened like a couple days ago and I got in trouble for it. How I sound saying that, big ass 25-year-old, I got in trouble for it. I did not get in trouble for it. It's just that, some family members had some shit to say about it, and I was like, so I'm just gonna tell you guys what happened. So, am I the asshole for punching my little cousin in the face for spitting in my drink? Stay with me, y'all. Stay with me. So, this past Thursday, I'm in the car with my little cousin, right? Who's a 13-year-old boy, by the way. And before I start this story, y'all, it's very important to know that I hold a very strong relationship with food, right? I'm an emotional eater. I've been an emotional eater since the day I was born. So food brings me a little bit more joy than your average bear, because I use it, again, as an emotional pedestal. That being said, this past Thursday, I decide that I'm going to have a little me day. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take myself out. I'm going to roll a little blunt, go get something to eat, and I'm going to, chill. I dash over to Chick-fil-A because I decided I wanted to try that new milkshake. I wanted some waffle fries and some water. Now, usually, I don't even fuck with Chick-fil-A. Not even usually, I don't like Chick-fil-A. So, this was a specific ass craving that I was going to go get, right? Y'all know that after period cravings? Because I don't know about y'all, I can't really eat like that on my period. So, when a bitch get off, I'm hungry as fuck, right? So, this was a specific ass craving, bitch, that I was curving. Another little tidbit about me. Whenever I go to fast food places, I ask for water in the cup. If you know me personally, one of my most annoying stories is the argument I got into at a Taco Bell drive-thru because I told the lady that I wanted like a crunch wrap, and she was like, what's your drink? And I was like, water. And she was like, oh, we don't have bottled water. And I was like, I know that. I just want water in the cup. She was like, I can't do that. What the fuck do you mean you can't do that? I was like, you can charge me for like a Sprite. Just put water in the cup. She was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Bitch, yes you do. So that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. And I'm going to tell that another time. But basically, whenever I go to a fast food restaurant, I put water in my cup because I know I'm going to get like a milkshake or something like that. And I need the thin to thick ratio of beverage. Now that we got that out of the way, let's move on with the story. So as I'm in the drive-thru line at Chick-fil-A, my aunt texts me. She said, hey, can you pick Ty up from school? I got a lot of shit going on right now. I can't leave work. I said, bet, I got you. I'm coincidentally, I'm like 15 minutes away from that little nigga school because for some reason they always put Chick-fil-A's in the school zone. So I was like, this is literally perfect timing. So boom. I put my food in the little on the floor in the passenger seat. I got my 2 drinks in the console in the middle of the car, right? We chilling. I pull up to the school. I don't even got to text my little nigga because I could see him sitting outside on the ground on his phone. I said, man, I love a goddamn Gen Z. I honked the horn. Little nigga run up to the car. I said, this was the easiest pickup I ever done in my entire life. He get in the car. I'm like, what's up? Before he could even greet me back, this motherfucker raised his nose in the air, talk about something. Oh, it smell good in here. You got me some food. I immediately get defensive because the nigga know I did not. Now, in his defense, right? I'm a fair bitch. I just want y'all to know that I can see it from both sides. In this man's defense, he did not know that this was a last minute pickup situation. For all he know, all day, it could have been the plan for me to come pick him up, right? He didn't know that just 16 short minutes ago, I was living La Vida Loca having a me day, right? So his question was reasonable about me getting him some food. This is where it becomes unreasonable, bitch. So as I'm trying to explain to him that his mom got caught up at work and I'm just picking him up, and dropping him off at the house for a little, what I'm saying? This isn't a thing. Like, this was a last minute decision. As I'm trying to tell him this little nigga picks up my bag off the floor and starts opening it. I said, excuse me. So I'm driving and I've got like my hand like, like get out my fucking bag. So he like, come on, just let me have a fry. I'm like, no. Nigga, we are 9 minutes away from your house. You can eat there. Like, you're not about to eat my shit. And first of all, I know how eating french fries work. French fries ain't nothing but thick potato chips. Once you have one, bitch, you can never stop. And we not about to be sharing these french fries. Y'all know how much Chick-fil-A french fries cost? Them bitches like $4. We're not sharing. I didn't get this for you. I'm sorry. So now we're arguing over my french fries. He was like, I just want one. Come on, I've been to school all day. I'm like, you had 2 meals at. Which they provided you 2 meals at. If you didn't eat them, nigga, that's not my fault. You know what I'm saying? Now I sound like an old head, blaming this little nigga for not eating that terrible ass school lunch. But I genuinely did not want him to eat one of my french fries because I know my cousin, he would have ate the whole fucking box. So now I snatched the bag because I don't trust him. And I got to keep my eyes on the road. I'm one of them drivers. I got tunnel vision. If I'm driving, I got to be driving. I can't look at you and talk to you. I'm focused. So then he goes, can I have some of your drink? I'm thinking he talking about the milkshake. Cause it's clearly, but now that I'm thinking about it, it probably did look like Sprite. I don't care, y'all. Listen to this. So he goes, can I have some of your drink? And I'm like, yeah, I don't care. You can have some of that. Cause I'm thinking he talking about the milkshake. The milkshake looked delicious, right? I'm like, yeah. This nigga picks up my water, and in the corner of my eye, I'm watching him, right? He picks up my water, sips it, and spits that shit back into the cup. He start going, oh my God, what the fuck is that? He couldn't even get what the fuck is that out. Y'all, I leaned back and punched the fuck out of him. And in my defense, I didn't mean to hit him as hard as I did. When I meant to hit him, but my arm kept following through. You know what I'm saying? The force just kept going. I didn't mean to hit him that hard. Y'all, I hit the boy so hard, the car swerved. Like, I had to realign my shit back in the lane. I was like, oh, fuck, we almost died. This nigga is seething, man. He's like, why the fuck did you hit me? My cousin is so dramatic. I hit him hard, y'all, but I ain't hit him that hard for him to be spazzing. So now that he's spazzing, I'm spazzing. I'm like, why the fuck did you just spit in my drink? Like, y'all, it was one of them spits where he left a string, like one of them spit strings. Oh my God. I'm getting irritated all over again. Oh my goodness. So I'm cussing him out. I'm not gonna repeat what I was saying to him, but basically he said that he thought it was Sprite or like, soda. And it shocked his, I guess, tongue that it was water. So I guess in his mind, the only appropriate thing to do was to spit back in a cup full of shit that wasn't his in the first place. Y'all, the next 7 minutes of this ride, I was cussing this little boy out. I'm telling you, every turn, I'm like, and another fucking thing. I'm like, you might as well eat the fucking french fries now because you didn't ruin the integrity of my fucking meal. Like, I'm pissed off. Like, I'm mad because there's a loogie in my fucking water. While I'm screaming at him, he's like looking out the window, sad as fuck, right? He went from mad to sad to get me out of this goddamn car. I'm ready to go home. Like, he's defeated over there in that corner. And I'm still cussing him out because in my mind, I had every right to. So let it be known that I didn't look at him again since the punch, right? So I looked at him to punch him and I didn't look at him again because, like I said, I'm a safe driver. My eyes are always on the road. So we pull up to his house. We both get out the car because I see my aunt's car in the driveway. I'm like, oh shit, how the fuck she beat me? I thought she said she couldn't get out of work. I'm going in the house to say hello to my other cousins and my aunt, right? As we're making a way to the door, we cross each other's path, right? We're both coming from the side of the car to make a straight line for his house door. Girl, I look at that little boy face, big ass bruise on his eye. I was like, oh, shit. Y'all, I felt like I was in a fucking movie. Soon as I walked around my car and we met beside each other and I looked at that little boy, I was like, ooh, fuck. Did I do that? He gonna look at me. He talking about something. He didn't even say nothing. He just looked at me like, bitch. And he walked in the house. I'm grabbing him by his book bag like, wait. Please, wait. Let me talk to you for a second. Y'all know how, like, y'all older siblings used to be like, shh, don't tell nobody. I'll give you. I'm trying to bribe him with the french fries. Like, I'll give you the french fries. If you don't tell your mom that I did that, please, just wait. Hold on. Now, another fun fact, his mom is not really my biological aunt. Y'all know how in black families, when your mom and another woman are like best friends since they was kids and then they grow up and have kids, that's automatically your cousin. This is the type of situation we working with, right? And his mom is a big bitch. That bitch is scary as fuck, okay? So I'm like, if she see that I hit her son, she gonna beat my ass. And I'm not let her because I just punched the shit out of her son. Y'all, I was so scared. So I'm holding on to the back of his book bag, like, wait, we gotta think of a lie or something. He's like, no, man, let me go. He is so irritated. He don't even want to talk to me no more. I'm like, oh my God, okay. So we walk in the house. Luckily, he goes straight upstairs. I'm looking for my aunt. She nowhere to be found. I'm like, oh my God, this already feel like a setup. What's happening? So I go in the kitchen expecting her to be there. All of a sudden, I hear, what the fuck, come from upstairs. I'm like, oh my God. Why I didn't just leave, I don't know. But I, like a dumbass, went upstairs to see what possibly could be the commotion. I get not even 8 steps upstairs, and I see my aunt and my little cousin in the hallway, and she's holding his face hard as fuck, inspecting his, like, eye cheekish area. Who the fuck hit you? She is screaming, trying to figure out what she about to do to whoever hit this little boy in the face, right? This little nigga's such a rat. Oh my God. In the most calmest voice ever. That's how I know I pissed this nigga off for the rest of the day. I don't even think he ever got hit in his face like that. He was done with everybody. He didn't want to talk to her. He didn't want to talk to me. In the calmest voice, he was like, Zaria. I said, no, this little nigga didn't. So now I'm sitting there. They both looking at me. Y'all know that face white people make when they pass you on the street? That little folded lip face? That's the only face I could make because I was like, I know at some point here I'm going to have to explain myself, but I don't know if my explanation is going to be valid to other people, so I'm so scared. So my aunt look at me. She, what the fuck you hit him like that for? I said, and one of my number one defense mechanisms is I have to start laughing. I cannot help it. And if anytime I'm nervous or I'm scared, I'm going to bust out laughing while I'm trying to explain myself because that's just all I could do. I'm either going to laugh or I'm going to cry. So I start giggling my ass off and I tell her, what happened? I was like, basically, I went to go pick, but when you text me, I was in the line at Chick-fil-A. I got some water. He drunk it thinking it was Sprite. And I saw this nigga spit a mouthful of water and spit back into my cup. And I said, on pure and nothing but 100% reflexes, I accidentally punched this nigga in the face. And I didn't know I hit him that hard to leave a bruise. I put my hand in my chest. I said, on my life, that's exactly what happened. I didn't mean to hit him that hard. It just happened because I was trying to focus on the road. But I was also trying to, do something to him. Y'all. By sheer luck, I caught my aunt on a good day. She was like, she looked at him. She said, oh, I bet you won't do that shit again. I said, oh my gosh. Thank you. He just went in his room. He was like, and just went in his room. That nigga was pissed off. I said, let me get the fuck out this house before she decide that, she actually do want to be mad about that. I hopped back in that car and went home. Fries cold as fuck now. Milkshake all melted. Water don't have no more ice in it. It's just a loogie floating at the top. The whole time I should have just gave the nigga the food, because now I can't even eat it the way like I said before, the integrity of the meal is tarnished. Like, I might as well go back to Chick-fil-A and get this all over again, because now it's ruined. So he could have just ate the whole shit while he was in the car. So he got punched in the eye for no reason, and I lost money because I didn't eat the french fries. I ended up just giving them to my dad. So actually, I don't need y'all to tell me if I'm the asshole. I know I'm the asshole. But I'm not really the asshole, because why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? He could have spit that shit on the car floor, and I'd be like, damn, you could have rolled down the window. I wouldn't have been that mad, but to spit it back in my cup like I won't about to drink this, like this was your cup, is crazy. I don't care what nobody say. That's crazy. But okay, guys, that is going to be the end of the episode. I have so much to talk about. There is merch that I want to put out again. Again, for all the people that bought the first batch of merch that I put out, you're a real ass nigga, because that was some of the most plain, most just basic merch I ever put out. It was literally just different color hoodies and shirts with the logo on it, and I really appreciate y'all for buying it, but it was very tacky and very plain. The ideas for the new merch that I have now are so colorful and popping and just really nice, and I don't know when I want to put that out. Maybe in December for like Christmas or something like that. I have all the ideas. I have like even little sketches and stuff, and I've even been doing some AI stuff so I can make new logos and stuff like that. So I'm interested to show you guys that. Like I was saying in the beginning of the episode, if I didn't clip it, I'm still struggling on when the video episode is going to come out. So don't look forward to it next Sunday, and don't look forward to it the Sunday after that. You guys are going to have to miss me a little bit, because I want it to be a certain level of quality, and that's the only thing I'm struggling on. Also, you guys know that I'm trying to join the military, so if that happens sooner than I think it will, obviously I'll hop in with a little quick update episode and tell you guys what's going on and when you can expect the next episode. Other than that, y'all, I'm going to try to make the first video episode really, really enjoyable. I'm going to try to make it a good length. I'm just going to try to make it, we're going to be that girl. I want to post one little clip of it on TikTok, and then we blow the fuck up. I don't know why I keep stuttering. Maybe because I'm excited. But if you guys are still listening at this point, thank you so much. Please give this episode a like if you're listening on YouTube. Oh my God. I actually might put this episode out on YouTube only first. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So if you got this far on the episode, thank you guys so much. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Leave a like, leave a comment. And then when I put it out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, leave a review. 5 stars is what I like. And I also like words of encouragement. I am so excited about the future of this podcast. I can see it now. I have dreams about it all the time that I just don't share because they make me emotional and it's super personal. But I can't wait to see 2024. I feel like it's going to be a really good year for this podcast. So if you're here now, just hang on. I promise you're going to get to see the sprout of something really nice, something with a very pure community, and somewhere you could just be black. You could just be a girl. You can just be delusional. You could be whatever the fuck you want to be, because I'm all of that. Y'all hear me stuttering and shit. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Literally, I will see you, see me, see you. Peace.